Well, folks, it's finally happened. Canada has replaced the goofy, sock-wearing drama teacher with what is now basically the human embodiment of a LinkedIn profile. Justin Trudeau is out, and in his place stands Mark Carney, a central banker with about all the charisma of a PowerPoint presentation, a man who has spent more time at the World Economic Forum than in the House of Commons. Our new Prime Minister. Yes, Prime Minister, not elected, not tested, not campaigned, just sort of appointed, as if running the country was a corporate succession plan. One day Trudeau steps down, the next day the Bay Street bat signal lights up the sky, and Mark Carney parachutes in like he's here to audit the vibes. So how do we get here? How does a guy who has never knocked on a door, never debated in the House, never endured the indignity of a town hall in some place you never heard of, somehow winds up in charge of a G7 country? And more importantly, what does this tell us about the state of Canadian democracy, or whatever you call the thing that we're pretending still works? This isn't just a weird one-off moment. It's not a fluke. It's a symptom, a red light blinking on the dashboard of Canadian politics. Because what this really is the logical conclusion of decades of partisan neoliberal drift, the elevation of competence over vision, of technocracy over politics, of spreadsheets over struggle. And in this episode, I'm going to walk you through the whole grim circus. We'll start with Trudeau's slow motion implosion, the selfies, the scandals, the polling collapse. We'll track how the Liberal Party went from sunny ways to stormy clouds and decided that their best shot at survival was to hand the keys to a guy who speaks fluent in the language of International Monetary Fund. Then we'll dive into the coronation of Mark Carney, a leadership race that was basically in name only, where the Liberal base had the choice between a climate finance technocrat and literally no one else. We'll look at who Carney is, what he believes, and most importantly, why Bay Street loves him so much. We'll hit the snap election, the desperate preemptive move to cement legitimacy before anyone has time to remember that Mark Carney has never faced a single voter, a 37-day sprint to prove that beige is the new bold. We'll meet the challengers. Polyev, the populist who yells about gatekeepers while golfing with them. Jagmeet Singh, the potential fourth-place finisher who campaigns like he's in a political fan fiction. Then there's the Bloc Québécois, who are really the only competent party in federal politics. That's not saying much, nor is it any type of endorsement, but we'll explore deeper into the two big forces that are shaping this election: technocracy versus fake populism. Carney's managerial serenity versus Polyev's caffeinated grievance machine. One offers austerity with a nice font. The other wants to throw the whole parliament in the garbage and live stream it. But lurking underneath all of this is a wild card, a far-right movement that knows how to mobilize despair, a base that thinks it's owed power and will probably scream stolen election the moment that they don't get it. And then we'll close the loop with the trap, the structure, because Mark Carney isn't a break from the system. He is the system. He's the system's last firewall, a firewall that's running out of battery. So buckle up, pour yourself a nice glass of something Canadian made. It's time to find out what happens when a banker becomes prime minister. And why the worst part isn't that he was unelected, is that this might be the best we can do given the current conditions. It's part one of some Canada election coverage. Let's go.